Actually, I've been watching Tyler Henry.
Tyler Henry?
Yeah, have you not seen him?
No. Who's Tyler Henry?
Tyler Henry is this fabulous medium to loads of celebrities. I used to watch him so many different times, and I've recently been watching him again. Have you not heard of
Do you
him?
know, is he that one that looks like he's about 10 years old?
Yeah,
I know.
He never ages. But I watched recently. He did it a long time ago, and he actually he did a session with Bobby Brown, the one that was married to Whitney Houston, and he connected to Whitney Houston, and obviously her daughter passed away as well. And they were talking about how Whitney helped his daughter cross over. But he's really fascinating because he takes this padding with him, and he just scribbles and doodles to help him connect with spirit. But he's so specific in what comes through to him. He's really quite incredible, but he does real high-ranking celebrities, and he's also helped contribute solving criminal cases as well.
Has it? You know, I've read so much about spiritual mediums being able to help with crime. For someone who is so spiritual, which I am, incredibly spiritual, but the one thing that really fascinates me is, do we really speak to spirit, or are we just tuning in to kind of like an energy imprint that they've left?
Well,
I can't get my head around this.
Obviously, we had one of our guests on recently who's a spiritual medium. Make sure you check that out on an episode on Shift Happens. But he explains really lovely how spirit tried to connect with us. But I love Tyler. I think a lot of the celebrities, if you watch him, they see this guy because he does look really young and he just doesn't seem to age. But I guess that's Hollywood.
Am I allowed to say?
Why? What you
Is it baby blood?
Babies,
These are all the rumours that come out of Hollywood.
Blood.
The reason they all look so beautiful is because they drink blood. I'm not saying that's the truth. That's just
okay.
The things that you hear.
I think actually I've heard of something that keeps. I mean, the thing is, anything in Hollywood, they have the latest, all sorts of things. They're on drips, aren't they, with their skin? Anyway, but yeah, he looks really young, and you can see when he walks in with these celebrities, they're looking at him as if to say, you know, what's he going to do? But he's so spot on, and to the point where he knows exactly how they've passed and they've crossed. It's really emotional to watch. You know, if you want to
kind of juicy stories that you've listened to.
Well, I like the one about the Whitney Houston story, but I think there's one particular one where I can't remember. I don't think she was a celebrity as such. Well, no, actually, they are all celebrities, but her son was meant to come home one night and he didn't turn up, and I don't know whether they didn't find the body. He went missing. Yeah, but it turns out it was a hit car run. This is one of Kerry's areas. What is it?
A hit and run.
I always have my own vocabulary. Everyone, you'll just get used to it. What did I just say?
I don't know. No, a hit car run.
Hit car run.
Sorry, last week it was bunny flowers.
Yeah, anyway, sorry. Oh, God, Jesus. So basically, they had Tyler come round, and he said that he was walking home and he had a hit to the head. He just gave peace to this lady to kind of put pieces of the puzzle together of how he crossed. And I think it's just really lovely what he does, because he gives people peace of mind and confirm about how they've passed and how they've crossed. And, you know, I'd really recommend watching him. He's really quite interesting.
Does he tune in to, like in that instant, was he tuning into the sun, or was he just tuning into this like collective where the information is?
Well, sometimes he asks for an object to hold. So he'll ask for an object and he'll hold the object and then he'll have his pad and then he'll start scribbling and doodling. I don't know whether he actually draws anything specific. I think it's his a way of connecting to spirit. Yeah. So he, you know, but it's so emotional watching him and yeah, it's really it's so fascinating to watch, and I've been watching him recently. But he's incredible, really, and he still looks like 10 years old.
Oh well, we all know I've got my theories on why they all look 10 years old. But what you're talking about there is psychometry, isn't it? You can do that, can't you?
I can, yes. So it's where somebody can, you know, if I can hold their jewelry. I'm very good at looking at photos as well and picking up on that person's energy, because if somebody's been wearing that object, that person's energy is going to be still attached to that object. So you're able to feel the energy, and it's a way of tapping into that person.
See, I find this, I find this fascinating because I can't do this. I feel things really strongly, like really, really strongly, but I can't distinguish between what that feeling is. I just know that I'm feeling it. And I don't, like, if I picked up something that belonged to you, no, not you, because you're my friend and I'd know. If I picked something up and I felt something, I'd feel like I was making it up.
Well, this is when you have to build your trust. You have to build your trust and your confidence in what you are getting. A great way of doing it actually is when I started my journey is people would put names in an envelope and you didn't know what was in the envelope, and then you had to hold the envelope between your hands and then you had to kind of say what you felt, and just randomly. And I actually had the word sunshine, and I had things like I feel warm and energized, you know, all the things connected to the sun. And then when you open the envelope, you're like, oh, okay, so that's a really good way to build your confidence up, is trusting your intuition. And it's like, I get images in my mind, and it's if I said to you, imagine a yellow Mini, you could probably.
Sorry, Gary. Do you know what? I've just thought of something. I'm going to say because you went to school for psychics, didn't you?
Oh, I went to the Arthur Finlay College of Psychic Development.
And you told me a story about that, and it's just popped into
my God. I can't believe you're bringing this up.
Popped into my head. I'm so sorry, everyone. I couldn't help it when she was being sick.
I can't believe it.
Are you going to tell him? Are you going to tell him? Well, actually,
no.
Finish your thing, and then you can tell him what you can say about the school, because it's amazing, the school, isn't it, that you went to, and it's really kind of like a spooky looking, like Hogwarts school.
Yeah, we'll talk about the school. I can't believe you brought that up.
Sorry,
I will tell people. So basically, yes, I went to the art. I spent quite a lot of time there to help develop my gifts at quite a young age. But going back to the yellow Mini. So if I said to you, imagine a yellow Mini, you could probably see in your imagination. So if I'm tuning into somebody, or if I'm holding some jewelry, or if I have somebody in front of me, I will then get pictures in my mind, and I have to trust them and then give that information to that person. So that's how it comes into my mind. It's part of your imagination, even though it's not your imagination. So it's about trusting.
That's what it is.
It's about trusting and building your confidence up. And obviously, when you're giving that information to that person, the confirmation is from that person, and the ego mind always kicks in and goes, oh, this can't be wrong. I mean, I've had the most random things, bananas,
really?
Coke bottles, you know, when you're like, well, this is really random. But when you deliver it to the person, they either burst into tears. You know, my grandma used to collect the tops on the Coke bottles, or it can be symbolic. You get symbolic images. So
it's mad stuff. But I remember what's just popped into my head, and I'm not letting you get away with this because I'm coming back to it, is what's just popped in my head now is like a rose quartz heart. Do you remember that you did a reading with me about 3 or 4 years ago, before we really knew each other? I booked an appointment with you, and you sent me a copy of the notes that you found.
Recently. Yeah.
Bob on.
Oh, thank you.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, one of my things I can do is before a client would come and see me, I'd do what you call channel writing. So I'd link into the person's name or their energy and go into a meditative state and just write whatever I'm getting from that person. And then when the client would come to me, I would read it back to them as though it's their self talking back to themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It was. I remember at the time it was really good. It was really good.
You.
And he made me put my feet on this rose quartz heart.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So going back to Tyler Henry, I think he uses that to link in, you know, and we all have this gift within us. We all can do, you know, we feel things in our intuition about people. And you want me to tell the story.
I want you to tell everyone about when you went to Hogwarts.
Okay, so I went to, please don't judge me. I'm sure everybody's done what I've done. Okay, so I went to the Arthur Finlay College of Psychic Development. I think I was the youngest one there. I can't remember how old I was at the time. I may have been in my mid-20s. And I think I went there for 2 weeks. And we stayed there overnight. And this place is a creepy place. I mean, it's got a lot of history to it. You know, you walk across the floor and the floorboards creak.
It's like Liberty's sound, Liberty's in London when you creak on the boards. And
oh, yeah, it was pretty creepy at night. Obviously, things come alive at night. Anyway, I was in the bedroom. We didn't have an ensuite in the bedroom. And I so needed the toilet. But I was so scared to walk across it was like a mile away to get to the toilet. So I got up on the sink and I did a wee in the sink.
She weed in the sink?
I weed in the sink. I'm sure everybody has done this. Somebody's got to, I was going to say, please comment below.
How did you get in the sink though?
How did I get on the sink?
That straws me to ask you. You got get my butt.
Well, the sink was attached to the wall, so there was. I don't know. I think I just straddled
up
over the sink. But honestly, I was so petrified, and I think the longer I was there, I settled in, and eventually I did make my way to the toilet. But yeah, so that's my little story of Arthur Finlay College of Psychic Development.
So what did you do at the Psychic Development? Was there loads of stuff?
Yeah, well, we're going off a little bit track, so we'll talk about the Arthur Finlay College next time. So so that's me.
Yeah. So now you've all heard Kerry's stories. If anyone wants to better her and write in the comments their wee stories, we're welcome and looking forward to hearing them. So, and also, please, can you subscribe to us if you feel the need to? It really, really does help us. It really does help us. Okay, so our next D is disruption. And I believe, for me especially at the moment, that there's no bigger disruption in the world at the moment